who you are.
Excellent. Okay. So Vasudha, I have over 30 plus years of experience. Last 2.5 years I am working for Jindal Power Group. I look after their entire finances as a Chief Financial Officer. And not just for Jindal Power, also their subsidiaries, group companies, where I believe I can add value. This is a fairly large conglomerate. Last year we did turnover of more than 15,000 crores. This year we are targeting close to 20,000 crores.
All the best.
And in terms of profitability, last year operating profit was close to 7,000 crores. This year we are talking of doing 10,000 crores. All of this growth which company is achieving is basis the team's contribution. When I say team's contribution, means the entire Jindal Power team's contribution. And my role as a Chief Financial Officer is to play a role of a catalyst. It is both a control function and enabling function. So when a CFO is enabling business without compromising controls, which means the team is delivering faster to the business requirements.
Right.
At the same time, we are not compromising controls for delivery. I am basically a banker, corporate banker by profession, I would say. I have done a number of years in HSBC Bank. There I have done head corporate banking role for Northern India. Then I moved to UK to manage the South Asian corporate banking diaspora. So worked in London in HSBC Bank's headquarters for 2 years. Then I moved to head the transaction banking, essentially receivable finance and open account finance. It's a country role back in India. And then I did a global role for them for 5 years. So all the 4 roles were different from the previous roles. And the reason was there are set of people who want to, I see people doing head corporate banking role for their entire life, or head transaction banking role for their entire life. But I thought banking has number of things to learn. So every role made me stronger because I was able to know the corporate side, I was able to know the transaction side, I was able to know the international side, and I was also able to know the back office side. So all the 4 front and back of
integration
of the bank I was able to learn in that journey. Before that I had worked in GE Capital. GE Capital again I was head North India corporate finance, providing all kind of structured transactions, and we did a lot of work with leading groups in North India, whether it was DLF or it was Dalmia Cements, or number of them, Hero Group, we had sizable exposure with them and with their ancillaries. So all of that we could achieve by just sheer engagement with them, telling them what we can deliver for them, whether it meets, idea was always to understand the customer needs and then meet them in a timely manner or before timely manner, because we have so many banks and NBFCs today. Same transaction is actually looked at by 5 institutions at any point in time. So it is not fastest fingers first, but at the same time you have to ensure that you are able to deliver the deal timely, and the deal structure should be such it meets the end customer's expectations. So all of that I have done in my corporate side, and I have also worked in IDBI Bank, before that in the Aditya Birla Group in their main NBFC as a group manager corporate finance during my earlier days. All of that experience has really made me understand the world of finance in a holistic manner. And the transition from a corporate banker or a banker or a financial services professional to the CFO was essentially that you have done the other side of the table. All of that knowledge which you have acquired over the last 27 years, how can you utilize that knowledge for the group on the other side of the table?
It's quite a journey.
So I think this transition in the last 2.5-3 years, I feel that my banking knowledge has really helped the group in taking the group forward to the next level. At the same time, there is a lot of learning for me as well, because you are essentially managing the entire P&L of the company.
Yeah.
Right, from a finance perspective,
Right.
you are also managing the taxation, which is again a very big arena. You are also responsible for all the acquisition and mergers which are happening in the company.
Right.
And trying to streamline the organization, trying to automate all the processes,
Right.
and always leading from the front, So this role from bank to transition from bank to a CFO, I think I feel more holistic coming from this, from a banking side to this side of the table. So that has been my little 30 years of journey.
Wow. I mean, and it's quite a journey, and it really speaks volume.
Yeah.
It speaks volumes about who you are as a leader, like someone who's integrated all the different timelines from the journey to be who you are right now today. And when you said that I am still learning, it also reflects the true quality of a leader, the humility that yes, I am carrying so much, yes, I am integrating so much, and yes, I am still on the journey and I am still expanding. And then that means we have to look forward to what comes ahead. What awareness about yourself has helped you drive your own when I talk of this journey, so I'm just not speaking from a very professional point of view, but also from who Amit Dang is as a human being, as a person within, and who wants to feel happy at the end of the day. Yes, I made the best of who I am or this day, right? So what was that you understood about yourself, gave you so much of clarity, helped you being productive not just for yourself and your teams, in fact the huge today even this conglomerate, right? So what is that awareness about you, that thing about you that has been able to weave your professional journey and your personality and who you are within?
So very clearly,
and also I'm asking it also because I remember during our pre-call you'd mentioned that you come from a background, your father was an Air Force officer, and of course there were a lot of entrepreneurs in your family, and despite that you chose a different kind of path, you carved a different path for yourself. So what was that about you that was like, ये मुझे तो जमेगा, ऐसे नहीं वैसे? I mean, what is that moment? What were those things?
I would say that yes, my father was in Air Force, and to that extent we have been traveling all across India. So people at times ask me, Amit, where do you belong to? And I always say I'm a proud Indian.
Yeah.
Because if you have, during
and what a beautiful coincidence, you are with a company who also carries the same flagship.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. So
even the logo itself carries the tricolor all the time.
Yes, yes. So our honorable chairman sir, he fought for the Indian flag for 20 years.
Wow.
And
that's the story behind the flag in the logo.
Absolutely. And we take lot of pride in putting
wearing
this flag. All my jackets, the flag is already put in. Other than it goes for dry cleaning, it is always there. So all jackets, that's how it is. We take pride in our country, our country's flag all the time. So and father was in forces, so that patriotism comes naturally. He had fought 1965 war, he had fought 1971 war, and we have been traveling all across India. My job also, when I started my career, has taken me from northern India to next to UK. Then I came back to Maharashtra in Mumbai. Then I did a role based out of Hyderabad. It was a global role that entailed me traveling across the globe five times, because the job was to require travel to streamline the organization at a global level. So to that extent, the self-awareness point came pretty early part of my career. I felt that you have to always see what is the expectation of the other side of the table, how you can add value to the franchise. So in a banking career, you are wearing two hats,
Right.
As a banker, you are representing the bank.
Yeah.
You are representing the bank's ethos.
Right.
At the same time, you have to meet customer needs.
True.
And in a timely manner.
Yeah.
And in the process of meeting needs, you also generate P&L, you also generate operational profitability for the bank. So you have to always understand what are your customer needs, right? So that self-awareness, that if I was running that business, what would I expect from my bank, and how me and my team should respond to. If I will say he is one of the 20 customers I manage and I treat him as one of 20, I will never be able to drive customer experience.
Yeah.
So 20 customers, if he is one of 20, but that 20 customers should always feel that he is getting the due.
Only one.
Yeah, he is the most important customer for us. And we budget the right set of time between my time and my team's time, and understand the problem and then provide him solution.
Just listening to what you just shared, I'm just feeling curious to understand, and I have seen and I do believe that leaderships are all about this, but I also, listening to you and what you just spoke, what I heard is like financial leadership, it kind of intersects almost all the other aspects of the company in some or the other way, right? So how do you as CFO strike that balance with the other C-suite executives of the company? So because when it comes to kind of troubleshooting or that continuous development, I am sure you all at that executive level collaborate and deliver the solutions. So how do you kind of strike a balance with various aspects of the company, or I would rather say the entire group? So maybe someone's looking into HR, because if you have to kind of implement that strategy, maybe you need the HR inputs.
Absolutely.
And you would, why just HR, I mean ops, HR, everything. I mean, how do you guys, and how do you personally do that?
So never thought in so granular manner. As I said, it's all about taking ownership or extreme ownership of delivering business. So one thing, as a CFO, I have a bit of edge.
Because
edge I have, I believe, because I have done business head roles, CEO roles, COO roles, international role as a global head. All of this experience coming from the other side of the table is to meet the end customer needs.
Right.
So your end customer, now in this case I am being part of, as a CFO, I am playing my part to ensure the company grows, but at the same time we are able to make that growth without compromising controls. So if there is a situation where and urgent attention is needed, I would not just wear a finance hat. That is the key difference.
Yeah.
I would wear a hat that if I was a business head here or I was a managing director of this company, what is needed to come out of this crisis situation? For example, if there is a plant outrage.
I again see you operating from the place of empathy.
Yeah, absolutely. Our objective is always that we get the plant back into generating power mode at the fastest manner. Now, if there is a certain equipment which needs replacement, so the procurement team will come into action to reach out to the underlying, equipment supplier to provide the equipment at a fastest pace. Finance role is to ensure that the underlying finances required to get that equipment is provided as per the terms of the underlying purchase order. Finance role is also to do the right commercial negotiation alongside procurement to ensure we are able to get that equipment at the best possible price. So as a team, we will not say, oh, we are busy in X number of things.
Even marketing and sales strategies.
This takes priority over others, and we as a team, and team is guided to that extent very clearly that they will take this as a priority, get the plant back to power generating situation in virtually no time. We have changed the underlying thought process itself. Earlier the thought process was that this plant will come back in X number of days. This has gone into an outrage. It may take 2 days to 3 days to come back. Now we say no. In how many hours and minutes it will come back.
Great.
So
that's a leap.
Yeah. So people are now giving commitments that in X number of hours this will come back. And then we see what is the best ever for a similar. Why can't we move to best ever? What strategies we had used earlier which had got the plant back into power generating situation at the fastest possible time. If we know that in these problems, these were the solutions, we also look at optimizing our stock levels for critical parts, because if we already have those critical parts which we believe can have some kind of performance issue, we can immediately go and replace those parts. So ensuring that we are not overstocking or understocking is also finance function's role, striking that balance
with other executives.
And then we take a decision in a balanced way,
collaboratively.
What is the right thing to do, and then commit capital for that. So
you kind of consider other executives' point of views and concerns, because they have to be taken into account, because whatever is going to happen next from here would need a financial strategy ultimately.
So that is there.